Hey, what's up guys? I just unboxed this premium ergonomic mesh chair by OdinLake. This is the A747 model. And here's everything that comes inside the box. Starting with gloves. We get some thank you card. We get a brochure with pretty much all the other stuff that they offer. We get instructions. We get tells you what all the parts are. We get the tools. And everything that appears like metal, all of this stuff is real metal. This is real metal, that's real metal. Pretty much everything here is real metal that appears like real metal, except maybe these caster wheels right here. I'm not sure if that's metal or not. That might be plastic, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But probably hard plastic if I had to guess. But this is definitely legitimate metal, as you guys can see right there. So armrest, premium, headrest, we got the base. This is all legit metal. That's what the bottom looks like, as you guys could see. The backrest, the gas lift right here. So, I mean, you guys, you heard the sound when they... and then we have the seat right here. So a lot of fancy stuff on this seat. So legit, it's decently heavy actually. And we have, this is the backrest right here. That's how you control that. And you could take the seat forward and go up and down basically. Alright, so we start with the base. Pop these in. Take the gas lift, put it there, and you're done. Alright, so we have the armrest, and this is going to slide in right here on this chair, right here. And I'll show you guys momentarily. It's underneath the seat. But when we slide it in from the other side of the seat, when the camera decides to focus in, there we go, we're going to take this M8 bolt and we're going to screw it in here. So to the smaller hole, which is actually threaded inside. The larger hole is not threaded. So the larger hole, you could just stick it in and out. But with this is actually designed to basically spin here. And so the way you install it is you basically just slide it in to, again, the bottom portion of the seat, and it has to be the correct side. So slide that in. We're going to turn it around, and it's right here. So the camera's not catching it perfectly, but it's basically right here, which is the other side, and then it catches. So I was trying to put it in straight, but I guess all you really need to do is, as you guys could, it's kind of hard to see from the camera again, but it's kind of at this angle right here. That's how you insert in the bolt. Plastic pieces have R and L on it, as you guys could see. So I started with the right side, so I'm basically going to pop in the right side first. Pop it in. And we're going to put the screw in the hole that goes to the threaded section, which is the smaller insert. And you got to put it in angled like that. That's how the screw goes in. And if I pull this out, because before I was trying to put it straight, but it's just supposed to be, it just kind of goes in angled, and then yeah, that's where the screw is, as you guys can see. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah. So that's where the screw is, and then that's just an empty hole, and this is where the plastic piece basically just pushes in. Alright, so now we're going to put in the backrest. There are 4 indentations of squares, and then there are 4 circles with pretty much holes. So I'm going to use 4 screws, the same screws that went in to the armrest, and I'm going to pop them in 1, 2, 3, and 4 through the circles. And again, so this is the backrest portion. As you can see, the 4 squares. I mean, it pretty much lines up very easily into place. And once you put it, it's simple. You just have to hold it with your hand, so don't let it go, otherwise it will fall back. But it's pretty easy. It kind of just stays in place, which is great. And as soon as I get the first one screwed in, I'm gonna be golden. Okay, so now we're going to use the smaller screws that it comes with to install the backrest right here. So you just place this here, put in the screw, So then you put in this plastic cover. Now it's supposed to, it seems like, snap into place, but the bolts are a little bit high, so it's not allowing it to snap into place. So probably just leave it like that. Oh, actually, no, it did snap into place. I just had to push it. It seemed like it wasn't going to, but I guess it did. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, finally for the headrest, you basically just slide it in, and you can pick your height. As you guys can hear it snapping. And then there's a little knob right here that you spin, and it prevents this headrest from being removed. Otherwise, normally it would be removed. So if this was all the way out, you can actually remove it, but then you could place it at the height you want. And if you want it to be tighter, just keep spinning the same knob, which is not super convenient in terms of placement, but it's fine. I am using my index fingers to twist it. So see how this kind of moves right now? So this knob, when you tighten it, it helps keep it much more firm. There it is. See how now it's not moving? And you can still adjust it, and it's a little tougher to adjust actually, which is good because you don't want it to move. So I used this chair for about a week just to test it out, feel its features, make sure it wasn't comfortable. Make sure it wasn't comfortable. Make sure it was comfortable, or actually also make sure if it wasn't comfortable as well. So this thing passed the test. It's very comfortable. It's just an awesome chair, very premium. I love the fact that it's a mesh chair, so it's very airy. That's actually one of the really good things about mesh chairs, is that they're very airy. So you're constantly cool when you're sitting on this thing. So leather chairs are very comfortable. I really like leather chairs, but one downside of leather chairs is that if the room gets a little hot, if the AC's not on or whatever, it's easier to sweat on a leather chair if you've been sitting on it for a while versus a mesh chair. Mesh chairs are pretty much, it's harder, much harder to sweat. I typically, I don't know if I've ever sweated on a mesh chair, period. So anyways, let's talk about some of the features. And I just wanted to say I like mesh chairs. Okay, so this thing goes up and down. I think I showed this to you guys during the assembly. And this part moves back and forth. And if you can get this just right to line up with your neck, it is very comfortable. And I'll sit on this momentarily, but I just, again, want to show you guys some of the features. A hidden feature is the lumbar support. So if you pay attention to this part, see how it pops out? So it's, at this setting, it actually conforms just right to my back. So I really like this setting, but yeah, this thing moves. So you have lumbar support, and then you have a few options here. So essentially this goes back and front. So if you're taller and you want to, take that up, you can. So basically hold that up, push it up. It's much easier when you're sitting on it. And then when you just do this, by default, it wants to come back. And then you can raise the chair, and it's very smooth as you would expect. And we have this knob right here. So one of the cool things about this knob is you can actually pull it out. So when you're adjusting it, your hand is not touching anything. So I really like the fact that they considered that. And then when you're done, you could just push it back in. So that pretty much adjusts the tension on the backrest. So the tighter it is, the more tension there is. The looser it is, the less tension. So it's easier to go back and front. That's what it's used for. As far as the armrests, you have a lot of options with this. So you could change the angle. If you hold this button, you could take it up or you could take it down. And then you can also adjust this, take it back or take it front. So there's a lot of adjustments with the armrest. And then on this side, this is where you can lean back the chair. So one interesting thing about this is, there it is. Okay. So this is how much it leans back, and the interesting thing is, and then if you want to bring it back, you lock it, you leave it alone. But with most chairs, I don't think I've seen this in a chair before, but the interesting thing is, because of this mechanism, if I want to lock it like this, it'll actually keep the chair like this. So this is as close to as forward as I can go, and this is as back as I can go. So it kind of locks in place, which is not something I've seen. And then to basically loosen it back up, I go back, come front, and then I can lock it, or I could take it all the way back, lock it here, and then again, I can't move forward. So it kind of locks in place, which is kind of cool. And then again, just take it back, bring it forward, and then you can adjust it again. So very premium chair. This is what I was talking about with the neck rest. So if you could get it just right, and your neck could go right here, super comfortable. Adjust the chair, adjust the arms. It's just, I don't know. And then it kind of, I don't know if force is the right word to use, but it kind of forces you to sit with a better posture, which is something that it's good to sit with a good posture. I try to do that. I'm obviously not perfect at it, but I try to sit like this, and it's pretty comfortable. So overall, it's a very nice premium chair. I mean, there's no squeaks or nothing like that. So things are just, squeak free, as you would expect from a premium mesh chair. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, I got to calm down with the spins. It's getting too old for this.